You ever tried to help someone who didn't want help? Or you ever tried to help somebody who didn't have to ask for help? You knew they needed it. It was a woman. She was homeless. And I asked her, rolled down my window, and I said, can I get you anything? No, 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 no. Go away, she told me. I pulled off and got a half a block away and looked back in the rearview mirror. And she was in the street picking up something. I assumed it was so small. It happened to be a penny. I made a U-turn. I went back to her. I said, I thought you said you didn't need anything. I want to help you. Why are you picking up that penny? Let me give you some money. And she comes over. And, she's used to people screaming at her, yelling at her, mocking her. And then she sees me, this young African-American man, and she's a white woman, and she says, it's hard for me to take help from someone of your race. I'm the white one. I should be doing better than you are. Pride. Look at that. I reached and I gave her $100. She was so surprised at what I gave her. She offered to give me her cart that she was pushing. Oh, you can have my cart. Thank you. I said, no, 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 no. I don't want your cart. This is for you. And she was filled with joy and happiness. She couldn't believe the amount. It was the principle for me, not the amount. But she received it. And I thought, a lot of people, their pride gets in the way of asking for help or even receiving help from someone. Sometimes it's someone that you don't even like, and you hate receiving it from them. Or it's someone that you don't like and you hate giving them the help. Some people will help a cute baby. They won't help one they think is ugly. They adopt a cute dog. They won't adopt one that's ugly. So your own prejudices and biases will prevent you from giving help or receiving help. But if you've ever walked in their shoes or have been without, you will have sympathy and empathy, and you will care far more than someone who cannot relate. It doesn't require that, by the way. That's just an extra benefit for someone who's been there. But if that were the requirement, hardly anyone would really get help, wouldn't they? Most of us don't help people because we were ever what they were. But we are intelligent enough to understand that. Academically, you can understand that, even if you can't understand it relationally or personally, but you can still academically understand that. Well, I've never been in your position. I can't imagine what you're going through, you can say. Let me do something for you. Right? Couldn't you do that? There's an episode in Death Valley series about the founding of California, gold rush towns, and an old prospecting woman. I mentioned it before in a previous podcast. She just could not accept help. She had too much pride. I'll pull myself up with my own bootstraps. You see, it's important to know why we are called a human race, why we are a family of species created in the image of God. There's a responsibility we have to ourselves and one we have to our brother. Am I my brother's keeper? There's a sisterhood. There's a brotherhood. There's a humanhood. There is the hood. And spiritually, especially those of us who are in the same kinsman relationship with our Redeemer. By this shall all men know you are mine, by the way you love one another. Your kinsman. He wasn't talking about somebody that you were just born in the same family with the same mother and father. It's those that are under the covenant of Adonai. Do not let your faith in God be satisfied from reading a book. That is not the requirement. Don't feel that you've appeased God simply because you've attended some service, or because you listened to a sermon, or sang or listened to a song. That is not the requirement. It is, as Guy said earlier, justice, and justice is mitzvahs. The tree is known by the fruit it bears, not the fruit that it says it bears. Only what you do for the Lord will last. Faith without the fruit is dead. Your lips say you love me, but your heart is far from me. Where is the proof of your love? Let your love be full proof, not the alcohol proof. God's proof. It's not in the lips or the words you sound, I love you. It's not in an emotion. It's in an action. It's real. It's tangible. It has teeth and feet and hands. And it's His Holy Spirit that gives you the grace to accomplish it.